Hello twin flames, thank you for being here, for liking, subscribing and all the amazing comments and feedback you leave me. It means the world, as you know, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, join our family because we're here for you every day, and every day I'm shuffling and we're getting closer to Christmas. It's so exciting if you see it that way. So I'm going to bring in 2 decks of cards today, the gorgeous Love for All Seasons cards and the Celebration of Love Oracle. So let's see what we need to know. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you for everything you've been sending to me through PayPal, through Super Thanks and through Amazon. It means so much more than you know. So let's see what we need to know today. But the big message coming through is to remember that you are born of love to love. So you're here on this planet right now to share your gifts of love with the world. And that means kindness, empathy, compassion, understanding. Every part of you is connected with Source, and you're here to share that with the world. So what do you need to know right now? Thank you, angels. So this is the energy of the connection. The energy around the divine feminines right now, and the energy around the divine masculines right now. What do we need to know? I love this deck. I haven't used it for a while. So the energy around the connection right now, they're giving me a little bit of fear. Maybe you've been healing all those triggers from yesterday around communication. I've still got a croaky throat, so I'm still feeling it's there, those blocks, but they're feeling easier to deal with today. Much easier. And I feel that's because, you know, what this deck is called is celebration of love. And I feel you're realising that it's time to celebrate this love instead of holding on to pain. You know, it's time to celebrate Christmas and family and love, but it's time to realise that the more you honour this love and respect this love and appreciate this love, the better it gets. You know, we start seeing it in a joyful way and we start to enjoy the journey instead of seeing it as one big chore. So what's the energy, please, angels, around the divine feminines? The energy around the divine feminines, what do we need to know? So again, I feel there's a lot of thinking going on for the feminines today. There we go. Taking them. And the energy around the connection for the masculines. There we go. Okay. So let's grab these cards. I feel there's a lot going on in the feminine's mind today. So the energy then around the connection today is hope. Look at this. It says, don't give up. And this is really about making a wish and connecting with the angels because, you know, this is a fairy godmother in this card. So you could see this as a fairy godmother who helps out Cinderella. You know, Cinderella wants to go to the ball, but she's got so much to do, she doesn't know if she can go. So she calls on her fairy godmother who makes it possible. And she thinks, how is it going to be possible? I've got nothing. But a fairy godmother gives her everything. So in other words, the angels will give you everything you need to be successful, to have the kind of relationship that you desire with your twin, to get into union itself and to be you. You have that power always to get through anything that is thrown at you. So don't give up. So the message for you today is, you know, as you move forward, don't give up. Don't give up on your twin. Don't give up on this love. Don't give up because life is a gift. And you've come here to lead. You know, you are a leader and you've been given a gift. And this is so powerful because I've already recorded the daily angel reading for tomorrow before I did this one, and this is the card that came out, and it's about the reason why you've come, and this is really what I'm being guided to share today, because you've been given this earthly life as a gift, and God has given you gifts to share with others during this earthly life. But the fact that you are here in this earthly body, on this earth plane, is a gift, and you know, you've been given that, and you embrace that eagerly as a soul, and you've come into this earth body. And, you know, it can be testing and triggering, but you know that something pretty magical is going on. You've come here as a leader. You know, you are one of God's soldiers in God's army to help the world and to make it a better, brighter place. You know, think about that song by Michael Jackson, Heal the World, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. And that's why you've come. You know, you are part of the solution, not the problem. That's why you think differently than everyone. That's why you think outside the box than people you went to school with or grew up with or people at work. This is why you have different belief systems than others, maybe family members, even your twin at times, because you are a leader. You are a pioneer of truth and a leader of light. And the angels want you to know that. So that's your insight. When you tap in with your true self, this is what you know. And it says, dance of the crystalline rainbow fairy. So rainbow is about protection, and crystals are about healing, and the fairies are about nature. So when you go in nature, when you're close to God, when you're meditating or when you're really feeling at peace, these are the things you know. You know why you've come, you know why you're here, and you know what you have to do. And you don't give up, because leaders don't give up, they fight. And leaders get knocked down, but they get back up. They may be given problems and triggers, but they find solutions to those triggers. They find solutions to those problems. And that's you. And this is the energy of the collective. So this is the masculine too. They aren't giving up on you either. They're going within for the insights, and they are taking control of their life. So for the masculines, we've got burning candle. Now, the first thing that comes through is the twin flame journey. Okay, 2 candles, or the reflection, because you are one. And you mirror back to each other emotions and feelings and situations. So the burning candle is this candle, this love, continues to burn because it's twin flame love. And the energy says, your energy levels are low, take a break. So, the masculines have been very busy lately. Even if they haven't seemed busy to you, they've been busy in their mind. Sorting, processing, finding solutions, preparing for the new year. And this is about change. And we've got life force beginnings. And I love how we keep getting similar messages for the masculines. Yesterday we got the new beginning card for them. Now we've got beginnings. So they are moving towards a new beginning. And we've got innocence with Atlantis. So, they are showing you that, not only are you both innocent because you're both children of the Creator and you've both come here to learn and grow, but that you are these spiritual beings who can connect in other ways. Atlantis energy is water-based, so it's very emotional. But it's also very psychic and telepathic. So you're being reminded by your twin that he is teaching you it's not just a physical love. He's teaching you to connect with him in other ways. And you're teaching him this can be so much more than just a fantasy or a vision or in his mind. This can be a physical love. So it's the balance, getting the balance right between the spiritual and the physical. And that's where the masculine currently is. So he's connecting with you on a deeper level because the love he has for you is deeper than the ocean. And the feminine, we've got communication. So I know that this is what you want because they've been showing it me with the throat chakra. Yesterday it was really intense because there was all that irritation and trigger energy around communication. And he says, go ahead and tell them how you feel. So maybe right now you're thinking, should I tell them how I feel? Should I reach out to them? Okay, should I send them a Christmas message or a New Year message? These are things that may be on your mind. And the angels are reminding you to do what feels good to you, but do it without expectation. So if you're thinking, I don't want to wait for my twin to message me, if you're feeling that urge to message them, there's no right or wrong. It's your journey. You learn through every experience you go through. And sometimes we learn through communicating because we communicate and then we think, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I wish I'd have waited. Why? I've been there many times. But we learn how to handle the situation. So you may just not be ready to wait for them to contact you. You may be feeling the urge to reach out, and that urge could definitely be coming from their urge to contact you because you're mirroring it. But if you're not yet in the position of understanding or knowing what your feelings are or what they're indicating to you or showing you, you have to learn. So if you're feeling you want to reach out, do what feels good and right to you. But my advice would be, do it without expectation. Don't put a timeline on it. Don't reach out and think he should reply. He should have replied by now. Why hasn't he replied? What's wrong? What's going on? Because then your ego will blow everything out of proportion and you'll do something you regret, like sending another message and another message and another message, and then a triggering message, and then shouting at them, and then you get blocked. So think about it, process it. Is it something you feel ready to do? Are you aligned with the energy of this? Can you handle it if you don't get a response? Because most of the time when we reach out from a place of love, without the need for that response, the response comes quickly. If we reach out because we want a response, we don't get one, or we get a delayed one. So ask yourself first, how are you feeling about communication? And if you're feeling triggered, it may not be the right time. We've got enthusiasm. It says bringing heaven to earth. So the reason you may be so enthusiastic about contacting them or moving into union is because you know you can have a great life together. And you know you can create heaven on earth. You know that that's why you've come, to make it better, to make the world a better place. And the angels are reminding you that you have that power to do that now. You don't need your twin in your life to have heaven on earth. You make that your life now, because you can live your best life and have fun and joy and bliss and do things you love. And then you create the environment that's very attractive to your twin. So in other words, make your life so wonderful. Your twin can't wait to be a part of it. And you do that by following your bliss. Spirit of the sand and the sea. I love that, because, this is about the earth and the sea, the ocean, the emotion. And it's about building something that's built on stone and rock, that's not going to wash away with like the sand. So I feel this is your lighthouse energy. When you shine your light bright, you attract everything in. And this is because you're in awareness of everything, because the angels are whispering to you, giving you signs, synchronicities. You have your, psychic ear. So I feel your ears may be ringing or, downloading. So you're receiving, high-pitched tones or sounds, or you're receiving guidance, which is connected with the truth coming to earth. So again, we've got this energy of why you've come to earth. You've come to earth to help, to heal, to be a light worker, to share this light with the world, just like the dolphins did. And the dolphins right now, they're choosing what to do. Do they stay or do they go? But they're also being reminded to not give up. So I feel that this is a big sign here about dolphins. So dolphins, things could be happening soon with dolphins. So keep that in mind. But the dolphins have come here to earth to share a higher vibration, to remind us to be more playful and more tuned in with our telepathic needs and wants and desires and, our gifts, because you've been given gifts that are much more than a human body. That's why you were here. That's why you're different, because you're not plugged into that matrix. You see things as they really are through a spiritual sight that you've been given by God. And that's enlightenment. Tour guides. So you have tour guides. That means you have people who help you along the way. Angels, guides, dolphins. I feel dolphins are very in tune with the collective right now, because something big could be going on with dolphins right now as we move into the new year. So be really interesting to see how that unfolds. If the dolphins decide to leave the earth, as collectively, so that you guys can step into their shoes. I feel they've been a big guide. Now, I've not really always had a bond with dolphins necessarily, but I've always had a bond with fish, and because I'm a water sign anyway, but I'm very emotional around fish. If I go to a sea life centre, which I don't like to do, I always get very emotional. I have never eaten fish. I've always had this big bond with anything from the ocean. And, I know that I'm kind of really connected with them. I call fish my brothers and sisters, And you may feel that about certain animals or another thing, And I'm not saying you shouldn't eat fish or anything like that, because we always have a choice. And, we can eat wherever we want and do whatever we want. Our spiritual journey evolves and grows, and we change those things. But for me, I've never eaten fish, ever. It's really funny because, I've got a great ancestor who never ate fish either. Really interesting. Whereas my mum, my dad have eaten fish and stuff. So, it's just something within me. It's part of something that I'm learning and going through on this journey. So, I know I have a big bond with Atlantis and Atlantean energy and the energy of the ocean. And as I said, you may feel that around the forest or the desert or, the ocean yourself or the air. You know what your connection is, and that may be like me. You may have a big bond with dolphins or with birds or, with certain animals. But the point I'm making is that you've come to Earth to show the world who you are as a leader, and that you don't need physical voice or physical words to communicate. There are other ways. Look at these pioneers of truth and leaders. People who are born without legs use their arms. People who are born without arms use their legs to create beautiful canvas artwork and to do beautiful things. These are pioneers of truth that show we can be different, but we can be the same. And it's okay to be different. And, life does not end because something doesn't seem quite right or go to plan, or everything is working out beautifully. We are perfect as we are. We go through certain things in our lives that may change us physically or emotionally, so we can be reborn as someone new, someone more spiritual, evolving even our physical self, evolving the person we were, evolving past that. And this is really intense and deep, and I love it when the angels give me these deep conversations to share with you. So you've come to Earth to be a leader. It's not just about being in a relationship with your twin. If you think that's all it's about, then you're not grasping why you've come. Twin flames are leaders. Twin flames are pioneers. Twin flames are educators. Twin flames leave a legacy behind, a legacy of love and light and power. And that's why you've come. So embrace your power today as a twin flame, and you'll feel that wave of enlightenment come through you and over you, where you'll say, yes, I know why I've come to Earth. I know who my tour guides are, and I know why I'm here. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.